The Betway charity bets are back for a week. Me and the lads, courtesy of a £50 charity stake that we each get from Betway for each of West Ham's Premier League games this season, the winnings from which go to our nominated West Ham charity that we are playing for. I'm playing for the Bobby Moore Fund, which some of Tony's money from the event on Friday is going towards. James is playing for the DT38 Dylan Tombides Foundation, and Tom Edwards is of course playing for Isla's Fighter Cause, particularly close to West Ham fans' hearts at the moment. Isla's been having chemo recently, been having a bit of a tough time this week, but still going strong, still battling through. So all of our love and thoughts and prayers to Ireland. Delighted to be able to chip in a few quid. Chad from Betway sent over just over £1,200 for, which is some of the money that we've already raised this season, to the fund. And everyone else, West Ham fans, are doing such good work recently, raising money and chipping in to that pot to hopefully help Isla get through in this long battle that she's been fighting at such a young age. But lads, the Spurs bets. Tom, you were agonisingly close, weren't you? I think it's fair to say that you've probably been the worst performer of the season, or the least best. We'll call you the least best. Bronze medal position. You're still on the podium, mate. It doesn't matter, there's only three of us. But we'll come to Jonesy at the end of this segment for an overall update, if that's all right, James, on how much money. Just remind everyone how much we've raised so far. But Tom, you were very, very close against Tottenham, weren't you?
Yeah, I was trying to work it out. I think it's about the 9th bet I've been one of the three things away, something like that. So yeah, it's part bad, but it's also been quite a bit of luck. I've missed 1 or 2 on corners, 1 or 2 on the VAR at the very end against Leicester. This one, just a jarring call. But yeah, it is frustrating. It will come. What
was your bet? Just remind everyone what your bet was.
Oh, so yeah. The bet was West Ham to win, under 2.5 goals, and the
over 5.5 corners.
Over 5.5 corners, exactly. I just want one to fall now. I think, fingers crossed it will, and it's getting tough because obviously Isla's going through what she's going through at the minute, and it's desperately trying to get some money for her. So thinking with my thinking hat this week.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. I say that the money have already transferred over. We're still going well. Jonesy, you went draw, both teams to score, and over 4.5 corners, not even close. I couldn't really bring myself to pin the result down, so I just went both teams to score, Kane to score, and I went for cards bet initially, but we couldn't have the cards one, so then I swapped that out for Kane to score and Souček to score, so I missed out on 2 of my elements there. But it was a bit naughty on the cards, wasn't it? After Craig Pawson someone finally let him know midway through the first half that he was actually allowed to book Tottenham players for clearly cynical fouls, and then he couldn't stop giving them out after that. But look, Man City this week, lads. Jonesy, what have you gone for the City game? This is Saturday lunchtime trip to the Etihad Stadium.
I've gone for over 3.5 goals, because there's just always goals, mostly for City, but I can't bring myself to back City in this bet. Unlike you, mate, that backed an opposition goal scorer last week. Still can't get a bit around that, but I've gone for both teams to score. I think we're still good for a goal. We don't get many against City, but I think this season has been a bit of an exception when it comes to things like that.
We do better away than at home, don't we, to be fair?
Yeah, our away record this season has been good, but Souček to score as well was my third leg of the bet. He's due a goal. He's not scored in about 2 games, so he's due a goal from midfield. And I was going to go Lingard, given he's back in Manchester. He want to get one over City, wouldn't he? But I just don't know whether we're going to get as many chances from open play as we did against Spurs, and sort of clear-cut chances like we did. I think if we're going to score, it's going to be from a set piece or as a result of a rebound off a corner or a free kick, and Souček's normally in and around those positions and those situations. So Souček's my man, and I was a bit closer than you gave me credit for in the Spurs game. All I needed was one of those that Son deflection that came off his shin to go in, and I would have had the bet in because I had the draw. So I was close.
I wonder why you seemed a bit gutted after the game that we had drawn.
Yeah.
I just wanted some money in the pot.
Yeah, absolutely furious. Yeah, well, look, my thinking exactly there, Jonesy, on the City game. I'll go read mine out, Tom, if that's all right, first, because it's a nice little link. A goal in each half, more than 8.5 corners, and Craig Dawson to score anytime. Yeah, exactly what you're thinking there, Jonesy. I think if we're going to score, it's going to be from a set piece, I think. And Dawson, he's been unlucky recently. He's got his head on a few in the box, floating into the right positions, and it just hasn't quite dropped in the back of the net recently. But yeah, I fancy big Craigie Dawson giving John Stones and Ruben Diaz a run for their money up at the Etihad. So, Tom, your effort to win some money this week, what have you gone for?
I've gone a bit ambitious, but I've gone draw over 8.5 corners and both teams to score. I do think there'll be goals in this, but I think if they're on a run, I know it's typical football fan thing to say, but they're due a game where they've got points and are a bit off form in it, and we're right bang in form, and we've got a lot of weapons which don't really suit them, particularly in the air, like both of you have alluded to, which I think would be good effort for pretty good bets those. But I just think if we know in front, we're a very tough team to pile it on against, however good you are, and we've got that confidence to pull through. So fingers crossed, I have a big winner.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, fingers crossed for all three of us here. Fingers crossed West Ham can get a result. Yeah, I think, Tom, I'd snap your arm off for a draw right now. I think City in absolutely scintillating form at the moment. But just a reminder that you can, if you like the sound of those bets, you can back those on the Betway website and app. Just go to the pre-built bets section and scroll down there and you'll find the We Are West Ham podcast bets. It'll have my name, James's name, and Tom's name on the bets that we've just read out there. So if you like the sound of them and want to have a little flutter yourself, head on over to the Betway website for that. And thanks again, just quickly while we're on that, Chad from Betway sorted out getting that money over to Isla's fight early, midway through the season, because he knows how much they need the money at the moment. Betway also donated. They've put in a game in the lounge, a couple of tickets for a game in their lounge as soon as fans are allowed back in. They put that in for a raffle for Isla's fight, which fans were allowed to bid on, and Alan Alga sorted out transferring, I think, £5,000 to the Isla's fight as well. So great stuff from those guys. Jonesy, just a quick one. How are we looking for the season, our league table? How much money have we raised so far for our charities?
So you're still leading the way with 1,310 for the Bobby Moore Fund. I've got £547.50 for DT38, and Tom has got 260 quid for Isla's fight. And obviously, the Red Man got his win, 1,100 quid, which is going to be split evenly across all three charities at the end of the season. So that makes it £3,217.50 between us. Then you double it, because Betway are going to match it very, very kindly at the end of the season. So it's £6,435 raised so far with 13 weeks left.
Wonderful stuff, mate. Absolutely wonderful. If we get to that 10 grand mark by the end of the season, what a feeling that'll be, to raise 10 grand definitely for charity. So that's great stuff, lads. And fingers crossed we can pull through with one of those this week.